It all started in a distant galaxy, in another universe. It's far away from Earth where a kind-hearted alien king ruled. However, a ruthless, power-hungry daughter ousted her father from throne and ended the age of reason and goodness.
Hello and welcome to Benevolent, a channel for intelligent and curious people like you. Before we proceed, let me tell you one thing. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. And if you have already subscribed, tons of thanks for your support.
It all began in a distant galaxy, far from Earth, where a troop of soldiers aboard an invisible spacecraft mistakenly drifted too close to our universe. These soldiers were part of a peaceful mission sent to aid other civilizations. However, due to a miscalculation involving dark energy, their spacecraft veered off course and entered Earth's atmosphere, landing silently in the Sahara Desert. As the soldiers disembarked, their presence remained undetected by human eyes. The mysterious dark matter that cloaked their ship made them invisible to our technologies. Yet, Earth's AI systems detected subtle anomalies in the atmosphere, sparking the curiosity of scientists worldwide. The invisible force began to alter the very fabric of the environment. As the soldiers carried out their mission, a miraculous transformation began. The Sahara Desert, once barren and lifeless, bloomed into a lush, vibrant forest. The climate shifted dramatically. Where there had once been heat and drought, rain and greenery now thrived. The very balance of nature began to tilt, setting off a chain of events that no one could have predicted. In a nearby country ruled by a ruthless tyrant, something equally extraordinary occurred. The dictator vanished without a trace, his grip on power shattered. His army, made up of brutal soldiers, began to fall one by one, as if struck by an unseen force. At the same time, opposition leaders who had long been imprisoned for advocating for equality were suddenly freed, ready to take the reins and forge a new government. Meanwhile, two superpowers who had been embroiled in a Cold War for control of the world took notice of the radical changes occurring. Suspecting an outside influence, they set their sights on the small country near the Sahara, planning to invade and investigate the source of these mysterious events. The world watched in horror as fighter jets from both countries launched a brutal attack on the desert nation. However, before the warplanes could strike, the aliens revealed their greatest creation. A towering robot named Ganda, powered by their superior technology. Ganda rose from the sand like a giant, its immense size and alien energy emanating from its metallic frame. Ganda engaged the enemy forces in an unprecedented battle. Supersonic jets were no match for the giant robot, which effortlessly swatted them from the sky. Worse yet, Ganda disarmed nuclear bombs and reduced them to harmless debris, showing the world the full extent of its power. In the face of this overwhelming force, the two warring countries had no choice but to retreat, leaving the small nation to rebuild in peace. But the superpowers would not give up so easily. They began to build their own robot, Pikaru, hoping to match the power of Ganda. The battle between Ganda and Pikaru was fierce and swift. Pikaru, though a formidable opponent, was no match for Ganda's superior technology. In less than a minute, Ganda dismantled Pikaru, reducing the giant robot to rubble. The warring countries were forced to concede, retreating in defeat. But the story does not end here. As the two superpowers regrouped, a shadowy figure watched from afar. This mysterious presence, an unknown force, would play a significant role in the continuing saga. The world would soon learn that the battle for control was far from over. This is the first part of an epic journey, filled with political intrigue, alien technology, and monumental battles. The next chapter promises even more twists as the forces behind the scenes reveal their true intentions. In a distant galaxy, 157 million light-years away from Earth, a planet known as DG-157L exists, whose advanced inhabitants are governed by a supreme AI system called the CPU. This small but immensely powerful machine connects every citizen through a chip embedded in their brains, enabling them to function as one collective consciousness. These beings, capable of shifting forms at will, had long been ruled by the wise and benevolent leader Kandari. However, as Kandari approached the end of his reign, his daughter Nanata, driven by ambition and visions of power, led a coup. She stole the CPU, turning it against her father, and unleashed chaos on their once unified world. Kandari, with a group of loyal followers and soldiers, managed to escape Nanata's wrath. Their plan was to find refuge and start anew on Neptune. But a miscalculation during their hyperspeed travel caused their spacecraft to veer off course, ultimately landing in the vast expanse of the Sahara Desert on Earth. Due to the presence of dark matter surrounding their spacecraft, they remained invisible to human eyes. Yet, the Earth's most advanced AI tracking systems detected subtle anomalies, hinting at their arrival. Upon landing, Kandari and his followers used their unparalleled technology to transform the arid Sahara into a lush forest, revitalizing the climate and bringing balance to a nearby nation long oppressed by a tyrannical ruler. The sudden changes did not go unnoticed. Two global superpowers, locked in a fierce rivalry for control over Earth, sensed the shift and formed a pact to investigate. Their aggression culminated in an attack on the small, newly liberated nation. Kandari's response was swift and decisive. He deployed a colossal robot named Ganda, which single-handedly neutralized the incoming threats. Fighter jets were destroyed, nuclear missiles were defused, and the soldiers of the attacking nations fell before Ganda's might. In their defeat, the two superpowers regrouped and created their own giant robot, Pikaru, using exoskeleton technology. However, Pikaru's challenge ended quickly, shattered by Ganda's superior design and power. Meanwhile, back on DG-157L, Nanata's reign grew stronger with the power of the CPU, and she commanded her spies to search for her father across the stars. Using their hyper-advanced tracking systems, her agents finally discovered Kandari's presence on Earth. Understanding that Kandari's vision of equality posed a threat to her domination, Nanata's agents made contact with the leaders of the defeated superpowers, presenting themselves as human allies. They offered these nations advanced technology and intelligence to locate and eliminate Kandari and his followers. Thus begins the second chapter of this epic tale. Kandari's hope to reshape Earth into a utopian society faces a dire challenge as Nanata's reach extends across galaxies. The stage is set for an epic confrontation between Kandari's vision of unity and Nanata's unyielding pursuit of power. The fate of both Earth and DG-157L now hinges on a battle of unparalleled technology, unmatched strategies, and the resolve of two powerful leaders whose ideologies could not be more different. But in the shadows, Nanata is watching. Far across the galaxy, Nanata, having ascended to the throne of DG-157L after her brutal coup against her father, uses the CPU, the same artificial intelligence that once guided her people, to track the fugitive Kandari. With the CPU's advanced monitoring systems, Nanata's spies locate Kandari and his followers on Earth. They discover the exact location of his stronghold in the Sahara and begin planning their next moves. So Nanata's spies blend in, Nanata knows that if Kandari's revolution on Earth is left unchecked, her own rule could be threatened. With the help of her spies, who are capable of shape-shifting into human forms, they infiltrate Earth's two major superpowers. These spies pose as human scientists, diplomats, and military advisors, embedding themselves deep within the ranks of Earth's governments. The spies' mission is clear: to subtly manipulate Earth's superpowers into believing they need Nanata's help to defeat Kandari once and for all. To do this, they offer advanced alien technology and military solutions in exchange for assistance in locating and eliminating Kandari. In a secret underground facility, hidden beneath the political and military hubs of one of the superpowers, Nanata's spies meet with the two leaders of the human factions. The two superpowers, shaken by their defeat and now desperate to regain their foothold, are eager to consider any solution. The spies, who appear as human diplomats, offer them an irresistible proposition: access to the full range of DG-157L's technological advancements, hyper-advanced robotics, energy weapons, and even AI-driven surveillance systems. If they agree to work with Nanata, their only task would be to help her find Kandari. The leaders, already deeply humiliated by their loss to Kandari's forces, reluctantly agree. They know that without the alien technology, they would be powerless to stop Kandari and his growing influence on Earth. However, there's a sense of unease, as they realize that working with Nanata may come with unforeseen consequences. As the military drones descend upon Kandari's stronghold, they are met with an unexpected resistance. Ganda, the giant robot, is activated, along with Kandari's soldiers, who are equipped with technology that counters the superpower's weaponry. The battle is fierce, but Kandari's forces, though outnumbered, hold their ground. Meanwhile, Kandari's trusted lieutenant, Zekel, discovers a hidden message embedded in the communications between the superpowers and Nanata's spies. It is here that Kandari learns the truth. The superpowers have been collaborating with Nanata to locate him and destroy him. The revelation shocks Kandari, but he knows that there is little time left before Nanata's forces launch a full-scale assault on Earth. In the midst of this chaos, Kandari must make a choice. Does he continue his mission to spread equality across Earth, or does he focus on the more immediate danger of defeating Nanata and her conspirators? The answer is clear. To protect the future of both Earth and his people, Kandari will need to confront not only Nanata's spies, but also the full wrath of her growing empire. Here we end the Chapter 2 of this epic story, The Ruler. In the next chapter, we will see how Kandari, with the help of humans and his alien followers, managed to thwart the aggression of two superpowers assisted by his rebel daughter Nanata's assistance.